We're already halfway in October and still no announcement from Nintendo about the Switch 2. And I'm sure the question on most people's minds is, when will they announce it? Let's look back at what we already know. We already have strong reason to believe the Switch is going to be released in March or April of next year. In a podcast for the Spanish website Vandal, the CEO of Blade, which makes gaming accessories for a bunch of already existing games like PS5, PS4, Xbox, PC, mobile, and of course the Switch, has already had access to the near final units of the Nintendo Switch 2. He said he believes the new device, being the Switch 2, is already done and ready to go, and it could launch worldwide in March or April of next year. There's a ton of references saying the same thing, so it's safe to say there's a good chance that March, April 2025 will be the release date of the Switch 2. If that's the case, the question now is, how long does Nintendo want to wait before they announce the Switch 2? We have to understand what will happen when they do. If they announce it today, for example, then their sales for the current Switch hardware will tank. Who's going to want to buy themselves or their relatives a Switch if the next console has already been announced? Combine that with the fact that Nintendo just announced the new Alarmo, it could hurt sales for the Switch and the new alarm clock. So they're going to want to hold off as long as possible to get as much sales as they possibly can for the current systems they already have. The original Nintendo Switch was first announced on October 20th, 2016. It came out on March 3rd, 2017, so about 4.5 months after they announced it. Assuming they want to do the same thing here, then we can guess the 20th of October, since it would be the 8th anniversary of when they first announced the Switch. But the release date can very well be in April, and not March this time, which will give a good chance it could be announced in November, with the last week of October being the earliest. That's if they want to give themselves the same amount of buffer time until the Switch 2 is released. However, I will end off on this note. There is a possibility that Nintendo just won't announce it this year at all. In a tweet earlier this year, the president of Nintendo, Furukawa, tweeted, "We will make an announcement about the successor to the Nintendo Switch within this fiscal year," which for Nintendo runs from April to March. So the only real promise Nintendo actually made was that by March 31st, 2025, we should have gotten an announcement. They didn't say a release. Add to the fact that their sales are down by a lot thanks to the anticipation of the new system, they may very well hold off on any Switch 2 news this year in the hopes that this holiday season will help boost sales. And the one thing that will absolutely destroy Nintendo Switch holiday sales this year would be the announcement of the Switch 2 before the holiday season. So it may very well be the case that we get an announcement on January or February of 2025 with a release date of May or June. Let me know when you guys think the Switch 2 will be announced. And are there any games you're looking forward to as well in the coming months or year? For any system, Switch, PlayStation, PC, Xbox. I'm going to be making plenty more Nintendo update videos like this. We'll keep you guys up to date on all things Nintendo and gaming. If you found this video helpful, I'd appreciate it if you can give it a like. It helps my video out and tells YouTube to share this video with more people like you. Also be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all things gaming. Thanks for watching.